chill.
Ching chang ching Lucy die.
Omkring ham dalede sneen hvid.
Ching chang ching Lucy die.
Welcome to This Week in Our Collective Heads. I'm Patrick.
I'm Kevin.
And we're here with the topic of the episode show, the weekly topic where we give you a topic, and then you tell us what your thoughts on that are, and we tell you what our thoughts on that are.
So this week, I decided I want to do this as a two-parter. I want to do what game coming out this year are we most excited about right now before the E3 thing comes, and then I want to see if they can sell us on something else by the time E3 ends, or solidify our choices, which one it's going to be.
Yeah.
Because E3 used to be a thing where they would tell you what's coming out next year, and they've gotten better to some extent about giving us information on games that are coming out soon. Except Sony, which loves to give us information about games that are coming out in 2020, which, as we're recording this, is 2017, and I'm actually talking about the 2016 E3, which nobody knows when Death Stranding is coming out, but there are definitely people working on it in an Italian restaurant.
Man, I can't wait. that game is, and the people attached to that game, like people who are not gamers, some of our friends like Marisa and others, I've got friends that are not gamers, and they heard there's a game with
Mads
Mikkelsen and what's his
Guillermo
face?
del Toro.
Well, I'm spacing on the guy's name. Daryl,
Yeah.
I'm spacing on
Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus. You got all these people in the game, and you're like, wait, when is this coming out? What is it about? And I'm like, I don't know.
We don't know.
What is it
Nobody
about?
knows.
I don't know. I don't care about spoilers. No, I don't know. So
it's tricky.
But for this year, the game that I'm most excited about is Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead, to this day, you can jump in, play Red Dead. It's the world is so lived in. It's as close to Westworld as we have right now, where you can jump in, be a cowboy, do the things. You're not only the cowboy, but you're the best. I mean, you might not be renowned for being the best completely.
Well, but you get to do bullet time.
You get to do bullet time. You get to hunt to an extent. You have random encounters, so you'll have weird stagecoach.
You get to ride lady mules.
You get to ride lady. You get to play poker.
There's a lot to it.
The story's amazing. The world is amazing, and for a world that has such a vast landscape, I found myself riding around, and I use quick travel a lot, but I found myself a lot of times not using quick travel because there's so much to do in the game. And the dialogue, if you're in a mission where you're like, hey, we need to go over to such and such farmhouse, and whatever, you're like, okay. And as you're going, it's not, I'm bored, I'm riding. You have this amazing dialogue happening between them that fills in the world, fills in the story of...
And why you're going to do this.
Yeah.
And that keeps it... Because the quests can be kind of samey fetch quests, and that's one of the big problems with open worlds, is like they fill them out by giving you extra stuff to do, but in giving you that kind of dialogue, that back and forth conversation, you get more of a sense of why we're doing what we're doing, and if that's something that they continue to do in Red Dead 2, which in GTA 5 you have kind of the same thing. And the phone conversations and all that kind of stuff. And so if, as we presume, that's something that they're bringing in, that is absolutely a game to be excited about.
Completely worth it.
Mine is Shadow of War.
Yeah,
because Shadow of Mordor was awesome.
It was.
I love Tolkien, the world.
Yeah.
I love the combat style of Batman.
Yep.
I love the climbing from Assassins, which works when you're not in a city.
Yep.
Like that. Like when. Nah.
If it makes you feel any better, Zelda is just as annoying sometimes, because if you go up to a wall that you could climb and you're pointing in that direction, I'm like, no,
down, boy, down. But yeah, so that game was awesome, and I'm also looking forward to it because this is going to bring us back to like Minas Tirith and more the Gondor side of it.
Yeah.
And I think that it'll be interesting to see how that plays out because you didn't kill Sauron at the end of the first one.
And the Nemesis system in Shadow of Mordor was
so awesome.
Was amazing.
And still nobody's done it because it takes a while for those things to come. I feel like next year is when we might see somebody else do it, because to integrate something that clever is going to be something that you would have to do from the ground up.
Yeah,
and the reason that they were able to turn around and do this on Shadow of War is they made it.
They already had the system ready. I know I've told this story before, but I had an orc that I thought I killed because I threw him off of a cliff.
Yeah.
But because I didn't decapitate him, he showed up later on and literally zoom in, and he says, "You thought you could throw me off that hard place and then get rid of me?" And I'm like, he remembered, like, not that he remembered me.
Well, yeah. Your first thought is, well, yeah. I kind of did.
It was probably 300-400 feet, and I grabbed you and I threw you off. I thought you were dead. But the fact that not only did he remember me, but he remembered how I attempted to do it. Like, one of them I burned, and then he thought he said something similar of, like, you know, you burned me that last time or whatever. And I'm like,
there was my favorite one was I had one that I had headshotted with my bow, and so he came back with only one eye and like this massive like scarring all around his eye, and I was like, that is awesome. And like to create those and again, this is something like, there are lots of worlds where we kill. They're not faceless, but they're basically anonymous henchmen and all these kind of things. Like in any game with combat, you're going to rack up a body count, and Shadow of War made it feel special in a way that no other game really had. And then so now you're going to have a nemesis system that's even more built up, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that. I enjoyed just running around and doing combat because the Arkham style of combat is wonderful, and it makes that style of combat makes video game fights make sense. Because like whenever you watch a kung fu movie and they're coming one at a time, it's like, yeah, but what about that guy that's just standing back there swinging the nunchucks around threateningly? But in this, it's like, oh, well, that's because you're moving faster than everybody else. And I also love whenever you touch it just right and you're doing massive like roll, stab, roll like 40 feet away, stab the next one, jump over the other one, and like it's just fun, and like it's very difficult at first, but eventually you feel like such a band.
You get in the groove. Batman games are the exact same. I mean, it's the same kind of combat,
right?
But you get into a groove, so it's not only do you feel like the characters amazing, but you're amazing as the characters. It's really cool.
We had Chris White comment, and well, this goes back to your answer. He said, "I'm super excited for Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar doesn't put out tons of games, but the one they do are usually very well crafted and fun." And that's one of the things is like with Rockstar, you know what you're getting, and it's going to be a quality, well fleshed out game, and they've been sitting on this property for a while now, and so whenever it comes time to reveal it, we know that the quality we're going to get is going to be fantastic. And so I'm hoping that after E3 my answer will be Child of Light 2, because God, I want them to make another one. They said they were going to make more stuff, and then they gave us a little story with a rat. I liked the story with a rat, but give me the next game. My
honorary mention would have been Mario Odyssey, because Mario Odyssey is going to be great.
Yes.
I know it's going to be fun. I know it's a game that one of my favorite Mario games of all time is Mario 64. And Mario Galaxy kind of continued the 3D wonder of Mario in a 3D world that worked. And I think that this will probably be the next Mario 64. So at that point, I'm like, okay, well, why isn't that your favorite game? Because I already know basically what I'm getting in this game. Red Dead, I don't know. And that wonder of not knowing the story and not knowing everything that I'm going to dig into, that's amazing.
Yeah, because Mario, the gameplay is going to be amazing, but the story's not going to be a surprise.
I mean, you pretty much know the story at this point. So, anyways, let us know in the comments what some of your what your number one top pick for this year. What are you looking forward to the most, and what are you looking forward to next year? Maybe throw it in there too. See you later.